All right, legends, in this episode, I need your full attention because we'll be going through the highest probability moves for the price of Bitcoin in between today and tomorrow. Just like we did yesterday, just like we do every single day. We can see here the possibility of creating a fourth wave here, coming down to create that fifth wave impulsively. Where am I looking for a bounce? Well, here at the $57,500 range and come all the way up to 59K. We're analyzing the next wave scenario. I do not know if we're going to drop from here. I do not know if we're going to bounce because we got that ABC possibility. But if we drop, I know exactly where to long, where am I putting my stop loss, and where am I targeting. This is exactly what is happening. We completed the wave 5. We're bouncing from that level, and now we're heading to 59K. So this is what we do best, guys. I do not know if the price will be going to 47K or 65K in the next coming weeks. We look for intraday setups as we do best. So we'll be analyzing the next waves, the next scenarios that I am looking for here, guys, because this ain't looking too great. We broke out from higher low support trend line. We formed 5 waves to the downside very impulsively. So could there be a possibility of going lower? Absolutely, yes. We'll be taking a look at the levels. Guys, in October, there is the Bybit World Series of Trading competition. We did extremely well last year in the top 10, most of the competition. If you haven't signed up for Bybit just yet, you do get that $500 position airdrop, guys. You can trade Bitcoin, Ethereum just by signing up and following the steps. You get a $500 free position just by signing up with the link down below in the description, as you can see. And then you're ready to join the team in October for the Bybit competition. Now let's dive in through the technical analysis on Bitcoin. Keeping it simple, we got a trend line that has been broken. We have formed 5 waves to the downside already. So is this bearish? Is this an impulse? Are we just going to get a bit of a dead cat bounce? Are we coming down to lower levels? Absolutely, that could be a scenario. Now, higher low support trend line was broken successfully. Now, this is the scene of the crime, which is sitting around about $59,300 to $60,000, right? We could get that choppiness. This is a zone that is going to be looking very interesting. There is 2 levels that I'm going to take into consideration. It's this level right over here. This is the 4th wave. It's a classic zone for a failed auction, right? Basically, you break above it, you fail to get above it, then you do retrace, you back test it, you form bearish CVD divergence. This is what I would want to see. And then the price is breaking down back to the lows here from yesterday and even going to lower levels. As we do see, we have formed 5 waves down, meaning that we could be forming a 3-wave structure here to the upside, right? Either like this or like this, right? This could be a wave 2 on higher time frames. We've got 5 waves down here in the wave 1. We could be forming a bit of a 3-wave structure to the upside, maybe rejecting from this pivot, okay? But then what we are looking for is a big 3rd wave to the downside. Now the question is, where is wave 2 going to be? It can be at the 50% Fibonacci from this drop. It can be at the 7/8 Fibonacci, right? This area is where I'm interested to analyze very carefully the price action. Now I want to see a 3-wave structure. This is very one-wavy for me at the moment. So I'm very much aware that this could, create a swing failure pattern from this wave 4 and then get another bounce to the upside. Test that higher low resistance trend line, the scene of the crime, get extremely extensive here, coming all the way up to the 7/8 Fibonacci, almost hitting 60K, and then get the roll down. Now, the levels of resistance that we do have, taking a look at this consolidation range, is right over here. We do have that point of control from the weekend sitting exactly at 7/8 Fibonacci. So if we do not reject from this lower high, that it could be a small little rejection, then we could get another leg up, guys. But overall, this would be the level of interest for a short position. The only thing I'm concerned about is I want to see a 3-wave move. For me, this is still very one-wavy, right? So will this be the top and we're going to reject? I do think that it could form a little bit of a ABC, a bit of a 3-wave structure. Very difficult to count this, right? Is this the 3-wave and then we're just going to drop down? Some people might speculate that we're forming an inverted head and shoulder structure. Absolutely, it could be the case. I do see a fake out from the neckline forming that ABC, then breaking down a classic fake out here, inverted head and shoulder. If we do maintain above this high, I am really not that interested. Yes, the golden pocket could get a rejection. It's the value area low from the weekend. You got that pivot low that could act as resistance. Without a doubt, I'm interested in short trades, but I want to get in at the highest level possible. I realize how the price could come all the way up to the 7/8 Fibonacci, okay? We've just formed one wave. I do think that we could still be rangy coming up to you to higher levels, right? Form a corrective move, then back up. So we'll be analyzing very carefully with the Legends trading community on where are the setups. If we have bullish CVD divergence here, we're going to get a bounce to the upside. We're going to get another leg up, test that higher low support trend line as resistance, right? Could be the 7/8. It could be the 6/18. We need to be very, very cautious. But overall, a failed auction from this lower high is without a doubt an option. There's an intraday scalp setup. I do see the rejection. It might break down. It might form a corrective move and then another wave to the upside, and then get the big massive collapse, guys. These are the zones that I'm interested for intraday setups. If we do get the breakout, there's nothing to do. If we just suddenly break through here and we're hitting $60,000 with a major pump, there's just no short to be taken. We need the reaction. We need the rejection from those levels, just like from this pivot, right? We come down, we test it, we got the reaction, long trigger, stop loss, looking for that momentum to climb up. So the rejection from this pivot is something that I'm looking at, very much aware that we could be forming another wave up. All right, so just need to be cautious, looking for a scalp. Might be interested in a long position, but this zone is going to be very aggressive. Okay, this could definitely hit the level and start rolling down. We just had an internal small ABC kind of move up, and then we're just breaking down. Overall, I do see the bearish case right now after completing 5 waves down that has higher probability that a lower high is likely to happen without claiming $60,700 from the other day on Friday. I do see a high chance that we could be forming a lower high somewhere at this zone, but it's going to be tricky. We could get a rejection, then we could get another leg up here, right? Overall, we broke the trend line. We did form 5 waves. The highest chance is actually to form a lower high and continue down. But if we just break up here very aggressively, then without a doubt, I do see the price going to higher levels, right? If we do successfully break from this high. If we do not successfully break above this high, this uptrend that we formed the last couple of weeks could be a wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, wave 5, and we're just forming an A wave, we're forming a B wave, and we're forming then a C wave in a flat structure. I would be interested in a double top above the highs from Friday. Just analyzing the waves, analyzing the possibility that, yeah, this could not be bullish, right? We could not successfully go to much higher levels. There is very low probability that this could happen. So I'm interested in a double top purely based that this can be impulsive. This is just the first wave A. We're forming the B wave, and then we're coming down to claim the lows from yesterday. So this would be more of a day trade, swing trade short, only if we do reject from it, guys. If the price maintains above it and it blasts through, which I think it's unlikely to happen. But what happens if the price is suddenly extremely bullish? Then we'll have to analyze the different waves. If we're just breaking above here, $61,000, I am just going to let the price do what it needs to do, get a reaction at certain levels, form, a mini range, and then analyze the different scenarios that could happen. Obviously, the Legends trading community will be updated depending if we break out or not. Different scenarios will be mentioned there, guys. If you want to join the Legends trading community, you got the first link down below on Discord. That is where me and the rest of the coaches provide analysis and setups every single day. This is basically it, guys. Looking at the range, if we suddenly form a lower high and come down to the lows, it will be a little bit quick, in my opinion. We are trending to the downside throughout the last few days. If we move down from here, I would be extremely cautious for another sweep of the lows. It could be a scenario based on an ABC flat. This is very one wavy. If we suddenly move down from here, I would be looking for a possibility of an ABC flat here as well. Why? Because this would be very one wavy, right? You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You got one wave right there. Does it make sense for the price to actually break down from here right now, just with this small little impulse that we've had throughout the last few hours? I'm going to be ready for a possible double bottom here, speculating on that ABC flat structure. And obviously, if this were to be the price action that we're forming in the next coming hours, interested in a long, interested in an epic short on this ABC, sweep up the highs. If it did not sweep the highs, right, if we roll down from here, interested in the long and interested in an epic short, because I do think that the price could really break down quite aggressively here in the next coming days. If we break out, guys, you know, this is taking action on the reaction. If we do break out from this level, higher we go. If we no reaction, we're just pumping and pumping. There's just no short to be taken. The price is breaking out through our levels. We are not rejecting. We cannot enter the trade. If we move up and we reject from this level, it's a sniper short. I do see the pretty decent pullback. Be cautious. We could form an ABC here and then roll down. All right. So it is really level to level trading. Guys, this is going to be it. Thank you very much. We'll be doing a live stream later on. I hope you can join, and I'll see you there.